Hey sports bettors, happy Friday, March 22nd. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use data-driven tools like OddsJam. OddsJam helps you find positive EV bets, positive expected value bets to profit over and over again in all the different markets, the mainline bets, the alternative lines, derivatives, player prop bets, futures, all of it. So it's a tool that you can use, and I try to show you the concepts and some of the methods and using some of the tools, and it's a very, very vast, robust tool that you can use to find these wagers and to help you structure your bets on a daily basis and mathematically profit over and over again. So it's something I discovered a couple years ago, and it's been huge. It's been a game changer. So I welcome you to kind of go through the video to find some methods, heuristics to help you out and make sure you profit as well. So let's take a look at some of the picks. Couple of notes before we get into the picks and the concepts, that part of the video. I want to remind you that I do have a website, boyddavis.com, where you can come get one-on-one consultation. I have setups to where you can do an initial visit, and we talk about your goals, where you're located, what you hope to do with your sports betting endeavors, and then I come back and build a profit plan for you, and we do a kind of one-on-one consult. So we have a couple different packages there. Also want to remind you, you need the tools. You really need to have the tools to help you with these sports betting decisions to put you in a good position, and that's OddsJam. OddsJam, is a tool that you can get signed up for. Got the links, got everything set up for you to get 20% off your first 2 months if you're a new user. And certainly, if you're using OddsJam currently and still are struggling or have some issues, get a hold of me, do a little one-on-one consult, and do some of the help in that fashion. Try to educate and elevate everybody as much as possible. So that's the promo part of this. Let's get on to the picks. All right, guys, here we go. First pick I've got for you is Clippers Trailblazers in the player rebounds market. Of course, all the markets are right here, as I mentioned. You can hunt, and that's what I do. I spend a lot of time just looking at the individual markets. Found one that I like, and I've also incorporated an extra step here recently. I'm going to be doing it a lot more in MLB. Baseball's sort of my gig, so I cannot wait to get things started in MLB. But for in-game live betting, player props, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, Terrence Mann, I like this over. I got the best price here at plus one at 100 with the folks at FanDuel. Here's why I like it. You know how I like to use my bet online. Now this is kind of skewed. Normally I'd have this minus 120 would kind of scare me and freak me out a little bit. But what I'm looking at here is the chart at the minus 108 or minus 109. They've gone down, so I like the direction that that's going. The other thing that kind of convinced me is I did use a little bit of background research here. Terrence is projected to go at 4.5, and the last 5 he's been hit. It's about 60% of the time. So I think even though Portland being 16, sort of middle of the range in this position for defense, is something that's worth a shot. Very small bet, nothing crazy. Throw a candy bar on it. Don't get nuts. But this again is just a value bet, and when you're finding value. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get the best price, and that's what this is doing, is providing you the best odds at the average price in the market is about 118, even though you have some of these DFS knuckleheads at the minus 137 on their multiple, so it kind of skews the numbers here a little bit. But I do like that for a small play. All right, here we go. Finally, a play for college hoops. I like this Colorado, Florida under, and let me show you why. So in the totals market, and here at the totals area, under 159.5. You can get that at minus 110 currently at Fanatics or at FanDuel. This is kind of a FanDuel play that I see them as an outlier in the price. Certainly Circa, very, very smart sportsbook, and certainly in college mainline bets, they're at minus 110, about a tick up at 159. They're usually, they don't have any charts available. They're usually stashed with their data. So you see crickets. They are tough to get data from. I also can use Bookmaker. They're typically going to show some charts in the odds screen. We'll see that a little bit later. But what I'm noticing too is Pinnacle, very, very sharp mainline sports betting scenario here, and they're going this direction. As we all know, I like to see momentum in price and try to find the outliers. So then again, they're here at minus 117. They're down 10 cents this direction, going that direction, right? So it's kind of the knucklehead sitting around, their thumb up their ass, not making a price change. Now, maybe they're not getting the volume, so maybe they don't have to change their price, but this is telling me sharp people over at Pinnacle are moving this direction. They're moving the price this way because they're getting an influx of money. They need to up their price to balance that out. So again, outlying price is minus 110, under 159.5 in the CU Buff Florida Gators game coming up this afternoon. All right, guys, here we are at the positive VV page. On the left-hand side, you see the percent edge. This is typically a very good thing when you see a high number. Now, sometimes it'd be a little bit skewed when you see some super high crazy numbers because some of the math might be incorrect at the sports books and things like that. So anyway, you're always looking for a nice high edge here. This 3.3 is very, very high, very, very good. So I'm looking through here, point spread bet, Texas, A&M, Nebraska. Okay, cool. What I'm finding was weird, though, is this, the Pinnacle side's highlighted. Obviously, that's the best price in the market, so the plus 106. Now, certainly in the United States, we can't get Pinnacle. Plus the fact that if Pinnacle is sharpest sports book on a mainline bet like college, if they're giving plus 106, every sharp in the world's going to just pound the crap out of them, right? Because they're giving the best price. That's not going to happen. They don't give best prices to these sharps because the sharps will clean them up. Now, what you're looking at here is the other side of this, minus 126. So you can see the chart, minus 123, down a bit, go in that direction. So I believe that, my initial assessment, this is the right side of the bet, this Texas A&M plus 3.5, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to run over to MGM and get this minus 105. So I did, got over there, and the price is now Texas A&M plus 1.5 and minus 115. So that's a fucking clue, right? We're on to something here. Clearly that's going that direction for a purpose. It looks like Texas A&M would be, potential winner here in this game. I'm going to kind of sit back and watch it, but I wanted to share this example with you, and I'm going to show you the odds chart too and the odds screen just so we can track and show you how the numbers work there as well. But this is interesting. This is I know you have to move quick on these sometimes because the markets are fluid. They change. They're constantly changing. But this is a situation where clearly this is going to be interesting to see how this Texas A&M game plays out tonight because some clear misdirection and clear changes in major numbers from 1.5, 3.5, things like that. So I thought it was kind of interesting. Wanted to share that. Let's take a look at the odds chart. So here we are at the college basketball odds screen. This is the main markets, the point spreads, the totals. As we scroll down here, you can see this Texas A&M, Nebraska money line. I'm going to hit point spread here and just do the point spread markets and change it for us. Okay, and you can see here, Sport Trade. Now, Sport Trade is a betting exchange here in Colorado. If you're a Colorado sports bettor and do not have Sport Trade, let me know. Also, I'll post the link here to get you signed up. Awesome trading platform. But they're a plus 3.5, minus 160 juice. Everyone else is plus 1, plus 1.5. This market is flipping, going the other direction. Clearly. So people they're getting hammered with Texas A&M money right now because you can see how this line and the lines earlier were all 3, 3.5, etc. And they've now dropped like a stone. So this is interesting. It's kind of what we're watching. And hopefully you guys can follow this game along tonight to kind of see if this does follow suit with the apparent Texas A&M win. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's what the data's saying. That's why we're here. Thought it was kind of interesting. All right, guys, next up, New Mexico Lobos, Clemson Tigers point spread bet. Now, this is the one that you just, after a million years and 1,000 times doing this, you sort of just look at, and it doesn't really track kind of like my normal setups with, finding 125 over here at Pinnacle and minus 105 over someplace else. This one just looks fishy. Let me show you why I think this looks fishy. You have knuckleheads like this as standout public books that are limiting, and they're up here at minus 2. Very, very exposed in my mind because this is the play. New Mexico minus 2 here if you can get it, but it's going to be at 2.5 minus 105. Again, same knuckleheads. And you look at this, and Circa, very, very, very sharp sports book. They're at minus 110. Pinnacle, they've had some market direction going from plus, New Mexico when they first opened up, they were in the plus range, 114. They've moved about 19 cents this direction. So this is nothing crazy, but I just believe this is the right play. So this is going to be another one of those interesting ones, kind of like the Texas A&M one, where I believe New Mexico is going to win this game. And just because I'm seeing the direction of what's going on here, that's my total, explanation and reason, which is really kind of silly. But I guess my point of this is for you as an individual, when you're using the tools, when you see things like this, they stand out for reasons as such. So it'd be one to monitor, and nothing crazy, but I just wanted to get this on the video to show kind of the point that after a while you see these outlying books in a range that the big boys are not. And if the big boys were in these ranges, it would change my opinion and change the view of this. And so just for those reasons, I want to help you, kind of understand the education part of what you can add to your understanding of the markets. All right, next up we have Charleston, Alabama, Roll Tide, total points market. What I like here is the under 173.5 at FanDuel. I get that at minus 110. And really the reason is couple things. these guys, Circa and Bookmaker at minus 110, so they're a tick higher. Pinnacle minus 112. I'm getting this for 8 cents better than what Pinnacle's offering here. Sharper Sportsbook, volume wise, period, no limits, etc. Circa very, very similar right behind them in the United States. Can't get Pinnacle in the US. That being said, I believe FanDuel's a little bit asleep at the wheel here. Even DraftKings, who I don't trust totally, but what I also see here is no vig betting exchange. Typically, the betting exchange, you're going to see probabilities showing the direction of the market, and so the probability is this price is showing where their money is as well in the betting exchanges. And so I like it for all those reasons. Again, nothing crazy, but I just have this feeling that this is going to be under. Also, to the public sentiments, seeing Alabama score a ton of points, public here at NCAA tournament. So if they're looking at the over, great time to play the under. Go look contrary and get some value there in your price. All right, here we go. Grizzlies Spurs player rebounds market right here with Devin Vassell. I like the under under plus 105 here at Bet365. DraftKings is a plus 100. Take a look at what BetOnline's doing. You guys know how I love BetOnline for my player props. Just in the NBA, minus 130. What they did is had a cliff dive from the plus 104 when they opened the market late last night, and they had some clear influx. Driving the price from down to 108, clear down to minus 130. That's a lot. That's a huge move that direction. There's a reason they're moving their price this way. They're saying, hey, get off me, get the hell out of here, go someplace else, go pick on these guys, at a better price. So don't take our minus 130 because we think that's probably going to be the right side. That's what that's telling me. That's how I explain, the movement and the reasoning of why you would take their information and go place it over here based on that chart and that direction of movement with the price. So that's the next pick. All right, guys, that's what we have for this Friday. Just a few picks and a few teaching moments with using the tools at OddsJam. I want to remind you, save 20% off. You need to get signed up at OddsJam to get the information to help you make good, positive EV bets. Happy to help you. And then also, when you get signed up, let me know. Say, hey, boy, just got signed up. Let's do a quick one-on-one. It's complimentary. It's free. It's not going to be something of cost. But if you do have an interest in doing a one-on-one consultation to really elevate, really dive deep into your situation, that's what I'm here for at boyddavis.com. Have the private consultation packages. Very, very minimal cost. Try to set that up so it's affordable for you because I want you to understand and learn how to make money doing this for yourself. So get that set up as well. Appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully, if you learned something here, make sure you give me a like and a share and send us to any buddies you may have that might need the same information to help them start profiting. All right, we'll talk to you Monday.